Hello my friend, Amner Hunter here from amnerhunter.com. Happy to spend some time with you in another video. This time around I want to share and check out a couple of cool new free plugins and also share with you a couple of very interesting deals in some music production tools. As usual, you will find all of the applicable links in the video description and first comment, and I will also make sure to put timestamps in the video description as well, in case that you want to move around between the mini segments of the video. Let me show you the plugins quickly, the ones I am gonna be covering up today. First, we have this cool saturator that's available for a limited time. This is the Fine Classics saturator, available until June 25th. Also, we have this other cool saturator, different approach for saturation. This one is called MOGANO by the company Eftilo. And moving on with the deals, Aurora Dsp just released this awesome vocal plugin, 6 processors in one, into this simple yet effective and powerful plugin. This is the Banshee Nano, and it has an introductory price of $29.99, and there is a fully featured free trial available. And the other deal in this list is the Vocal Writer legendary plugin by Waves Audio. The Vocal Writer has an 80% off at the moment, only $29.99 as well. And this is an awesome vocal plugin that I use a lot in my mixes as well. Before we begin with the content, let me invite you quickly to my website, amnerhunter.com, where you can grab some additional free stuff, such as some free PDF guides and ebooks for music producers and guitar players. Also some free tools, such as some collections of guitar impulses, some collections of drum sample packs, among other utilities. And finally, don't forget to be checking out this channel or my blog, which I am updating almost every day with tons of content like this. So if you are here in the live stream, please let me know. I am always happy and interested to know your opinions, to know your thoughts and comments about these tools. Acoustic is here. Hello Acoustic. Tim Demetri, hello Tim, how are you? Mike Black, hello. Sound Healer as well, hello Sound Healer. Chris Enks, ¿qué tal? Saludos desde la Sierra de Sotepán en Veracruz. Saludos Chris desde Sonora, Hermosillo, Sonora hasta Veracruz. Chris, it's a countryman as well. He lives in another state here in Mexico. Acoustic, right. All right, you guys, thanks a lot for being here. I appreciate it very much. Por cierto, todos los videos tienen subtítulos al español en unas horas. I was telling for Spanish-speaking audience that my videos are always translated. Well, they have captions, right, in Spanish. In about 12 hours they are ready to go. Alrighty my friends, so let me share the screen here. Okay, and let's begin with the free ones. Alrighty, so we have this Fine Classics saturator plugin by the company Fine Classics. Like I mentioned, this is a plugin available until June 26th, and it's an awesome warm saturator. It has also a transient shaping tool and a filter here, right? So from left to right, this is like the signal chain, right? So you have the input, you have a tone control as well. If you increase it to the right, you're gonna be adding some brightness, and if you increase it to the left, it's gonna add warmth and low end. I'm not sure if this is like a tilt filter, tilt EQ, right? But yeah, it's right here. Then we have the saturation, right? The saturation algorithm that it's turned on here, and we have the amount of saturation and with this control, and we have also 7 types of saturation actually. So yeah, A1 until 7, pretty cool. Very musical saturation. I love to saturate drums to pretty much everything, right? Bass, guitars, vocals, everything saturated. Rocks, of course, not like super exaggerated, but I love the effect of saturation. And also we have the transient shaping. We have the attack here to increase the attack of the signal, the sustain, which is like the body, to increase the body of the signal. This is like for less or more transient shaping, right? Also, we have a blend or mix control from 0 to 100% and a filter. This is like a type lo-fi filter that will be applied to the whole signal. All right. So now let me. We have an output gain, of course, and we have tons of presets. That also it can be used in stereo mode and mono, and we have tons of presets, right, for different applications, different instruments, different elements in a mix. That's pretty cool. So let's check it out here. I have some drums. So that's the filter in action. I just turned it off. Right, some lo-fi filter. This is the tone. Some brightness. Let's compensate with the output here. Some warmth, the low end. Before, after. At 0 it's just default. So let's now use some saturation here. It's super cool, this saturation. Nice. Before, completely clean and transparent. Nice. Let's check out the different types of saturation. A1. A2. Wow. This one is pretty crazy. Four. Tube-like saturation. Oh, cool. Stereo as well. Bit of stereo width. And the last one. Cool. It's like degradation as well. Down sampling or something. Cool. So yeah, there you go. Let me know what you think of this cool saturation. Let me turn it off and turn on the transient shaping tool. For this, I'm gonna decrease a bit the output. A lot of snap, increasing the attack and the body. Let's do the opposite. All right. It's cool also that we have a transient shaping tool, but of course my favorite part is the saturation types. Nice. Yeah, let's also check it out on guitars. I put the saturator after all of the amps and all that. Distortion. Let's apply some saturation. Nice. A bit brighter. Nice. We can achieve something probably here with the mix knob. The tiny touch of saturation. This crazy. Right, so before, after. Nice. Cool saturator by Fine Classics. Remember that it's available for a limited time, right? And let's check out the next plugin in this list, another free one. This is another saturator, much simpler, with just one knob for increasing the saturation. But this plugin, instead of being like emulating an overdrive or something like that, it's emulating a saturation part in a synthesizer, an old school synthesizer, and it actually sounds great. I really loved the saturation also in this plugin. It's called MOGANO, right? And you can use it to saturate any instrument, and also in this case I want to use it also like before an amplifier as an overdrive, also just to test it, and it worked great. You will hear that in a moment. First, let's saturate some drums. Even though the saturation is at 0, as soon as you turn on the plugin, it changes the sound. A bit lo-fi, right? It reduces some highs and some lows as well. So let's saturate these drums. It's gonna sound great, and it seems that it has an automatic gain compensation. Nice, great saturation. Before, well, no, it seems that it doesn't have an automatic gain compensation because the volume increased. So it would be cool to have an output maybe. Nice. Lovely saturation, I think. And let's also, like I said, use it like before an amplifier. Here I have an amp and a cabinet distorting the guitars. Alright, so this is the guitar sound without the saturator. Right? This plugin goes before the amp. I am using it as an overdrive. Let's check it out. Nice. That fattening up the whole signal before. No saturation. Awesome. Yeah, very cool saturator by the company Eftilo. Let's check out the first deal in today's video. This is the Banshee Nano plugin by Aurora Dsp. This is a 6-in-1 vocal chain, right? So this plugin, it's meant, of course, for vocals, and it has firstly, we have a couple of saturation algorithms: vintage, a more warmth sound, and modern, right? Modern saturation that can be found in analog gear, right? And also we have a de-esser, and here we choose with a single knob, we choose the frequency at which the de-esser will react, and the frequency range that will affect reducing the S's, right? It can be turned off like this, and you will see this LED when the de-essing is happening, right? And also we have this dynamics control in the center. That's the main control for compression, and it involves a couple of compressors actually into one plugin. Right here it's in the middle, so you have like half of one compressor algorithm and half of the other. It's an 1176 and LA2A compression, great for vocals. You can move it towards one or the other. If you want one type of compression, but the two compressors acting together are very, very cool. You will see that hear that in a moment. Sorry, and also we have another algorithm for saturation, right? This is post compression, and this is like from 0 to 10, increasing the saturation. Additionally, we have an air control for adding some presence, on the highs, and also we have this radio button that will create a lo-fi effect on vocals as well. Very, very simple to use. Actually, as soon as you turn it on, it's like this. These are the settings, and as soon as you turn on the plugin, it's already making the vocal great. You don't need to do much more than that. Maybe yeah, maybe just add a bit more saturation, maybe change the de-essing frequencies or the output, right? Just to make the vocal sit in the mix better in terms of volume, but in terms of the processing, it's already great as soon as you turn it on. Let me show you a vocal track here.
I feel it taking over. I feel.
Let me play you the full mix.
I feel it taking over. I feel it in my bones.
Right, it's a vocal that lacks control, and it's uneven. Some parts are like being buried in the mix, some phrases and stuff like that, some words, and so we need compression and we need a bit of tone shaping and saturation to control the dynamics of these vocals. So let's apply the plugin as it is, just default mode. I'm gonna solo it first.
I feel it taking over.
Okay.
I feel it in my bones. These skills mean everything. It's necessary and credible.
Yeah, it's automatic, right? It's compressing more, it's saturating. You hear a much more character in the vocal track. Let's hear it again.
I feel it taking over. I feel it in my bones.
The de-esser is not reacting because it's not finding, like, I guess problematic S's.
I feel it taking over.
Bit of air presence.
I feel it in my bones. These skills.
Right, the change between vintage and modern.
Taking over. I feel it in my bones. These skills mean every.
Some mild saturation.
I feel it taking over.
And if you see here the levels in terms of volume, you will see that the vocal is super controlled. It's not exceeding due to the saturation, right?
I feel it taking.
Let me turn off the plugin.
I feel it taking over.
It's a bit more dynamic, of course.
I feel it
Much more
in
controlled.
my bones.
Let me go back a bit with the saturation.
I feel it taking over. I feel it in my bones.
Right, it's much more controlled with the plugin engaged, and this is the lo-fi effect.
A
bit lo-fi.
I feel it in my bones.
Vintage.
I feel it taking over.
Modern.
I feel it in my bones.
So it doesn't require a lot, right? It's, yeah, just to find the frequency range for the de-esser and you're pretty much good to go. Add some saturation. So now let's check it out in the context of the full mix. First without the plugin engaged.
I feel it taking over. I feel it in
Out of control. Let's engage it.
I feel it taking over. I feel it in my bones.
Awesome. Super controlled, right? And we can just increase here the output to make the vocals sit better in the mix.
I feel it taking over. I feel it in my bones. These skills mean everything. It's necessary, incredible.
Wow, very cool, very polished vocal production with almost a single click. So yeah, pretty cool. Also, I would like to test this plugin on some harsh vocals. I wanted to show you also that example. These are the vocals without any processing.
Desperate! Let's work it! Desperate! Let's rock it!
Again, also a bit out of control with the dynamics. Let's turn on the plugin.
Desperate!
Nice.
Let's work it!
Much more polished.
Desperate! Let's rock it!
Maybe we have the need to decrease a bit the output here to compensate.
Desperate!
Before.
Let's work it! Desperate!
And maybe find the de-essing here.
Desperate! Let's work it! Desperate! Let's rock it!
It's not de-essing.
Desperate! Let's work it! Desperate!
Well, I think it's fine. Let's check it out in context of the full mix without the plugin.
Desperate! Let's work it! Desperate! Let's rock it!
Yeah, out of control.
Desperate!
In control.
Let's work it! Desperate! Let's rock it! Desperate! Let's work it! Desperate! Let's rock it!
Nice, very cool vocal plugin by Aurora Dsp. By the way, the first vocal plugin by Aurora Dsp. I think they are killing it with this plugin. And finally, another vocal plugin, this time around by Waves Audio. This is not a new plugin by any means. This is the vocal writer, right? It's an automatic plugin for automation. Yeah, instead of like manually adjusting the automation and a vocal performance, this plugin does it for you automatically, right? For instance, if you I'm gonna play this audio without the audio just to show you how the plugin is moving the fader up and down automatically, reacting to the incoming audio, right? So if the vocal gets very loud, it will turn down, and if the vocal is very quiet, it will turn up the fader, right? And you have a range here where you want the plugin to work, right? And also we have a target here. This is like our target. Okay, and also we have sensitivity controls for vocal and for music as well. Well, in this time around for vocal, it's more usable, the vocal knob here. We have also fast and slow reaction to the incoming signal. So most of the times I use it on fast mode here, and here it will show you when the right light is on. Well, it's writing the fader, and when it's on idle, it's not reacting. Of course, it's off, or yeah, it's not reacting to the audio. It's not writing the vocal. You will see that like it goes from right to idle quick. Here it's a bit slower, the reaction to the incoming signal, right? So what I like to do sometimes is to find like depending on the vocal dynamics. If it's too dynamic, I like to go for like a fast rider, right? Loud vocal, for instance, low rider, moderate riding, smooth ride, depending on the vocal. For instance, in this vocal performance that I'm gonna show you, the vocal is super dynamic, so I need a bit more aggressive riding here. So let's choose fast rider, right? And let's check it out. This is the vocal without vocal riding.
I would never want to complicate your life. It's the reassurance of why we'll be alright. Never been.
It's so out of control, the vocal dynamics, and with this we're going to, if we use this before a compressor, it's gonna help a lot, the compressor, right? So let me put it here.
I would never want to complicate your life.
We probably need to increase this range a bit.
I would never want to complicate your life.
It's riding, right?
It's the reassurance of why we'll be alright.
It's reacting quickly.
Been so sure.
Yeah, it's increasing the volume, like in parts where the vocals are quiet and vice versa, right?
Never want
You can
to complicate
move the target here.
It's the
I think it's better if we try to stay here.
I would never want to complicate your life. It's the reassurance of why we'll be alright.
Let me put this part here without the plugin.
Why we'll be alright.
Yeah, you hear the increases in volume out of control, right? Let's engage the plugin.
Why we'll be alright. Never been.
It's lowering the volume, and in those like quieter tails, it's increasing
Why we'll be alright. Never been so sure.
Right? Pretty cool. Let's increase the sensitivity.
We'll be alright. Never been so sure.
Okay.
Never been so sure.
Alright, so that's the vocal rider by Waves Audio. Highly used plugin by many, bit of industry standard, and you don't need to do a lot of work in automation, right? And like writing the fader manually, although it's a great option, of course, but this plugin will save you a lot of time. So yeah, my friends, those are the plugins for today. Please let me know what you think of them. Are you excited to try one of these? I'm always happy and interested to know your opinions. Alrighty, if you don't have any comments, you can leave always your comment down below in the comment section, right? So before we leave, let me invite you one last time to my website, amnorhunter.com, where you can grab some additional free stuff, such as some free PDF guides and ebooks for music producers and guitar players. Also some free tools, such as some collections of guitar impulses, some collections of drum sample packs, among other utilities. Finally, don't forget to be checking out this channel or my blog, which I'm updating almost every day with tons of content like this. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate it very much. I will see you very soon in the next video. Bye bye. Take care.